Hello my friends and welcome to this practice round for Masters. I'm going to show you how to play the holes in the best way possible, and I'm not going to qualify today. I'm going to qualify with this account on Wednesday. The only reason I would qualify today is if I make a lot of drops, like if I do make eagles on 2 of the par 4s, then I will be qualifying with the account. So I would say minus 14, then I will qualify. So it's so I have that as a goal, and I do have my second account as well that I will be playing live on stream, and hopefully I'm going to play this one live on stream as well. The reason I'm just recording today is that I'm not feeling 100%, and that's why I'm not streaming the practice round, so I'm uploading it instead. Before we start, please do not forget to check out patreon.com/golfclashtommy, patreon.com/golfclashtommy for specific packages and how to improve the game for you. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 13,000 people, which is totally amazing. And if you do have any comments or questions, please pick up in the comment section below, and I will be happy to answer you. Also, please tell me your score. What did you get in your qualifying round? I would love to hear that. So we do have, as you can see, the scores here. If we are not going to qualify, we need to do a -7 as most. So we're going to have that in mind. I'm going to start to play hole number 1 here, and hole number 1 will give us definitely an eagle opportunity if we play our drive in a good way. So I have to max overpower our drive, we need to have max topspin, we need to curl it, so it's many things that need to work perfectly. We don't want to go into the water, but I do suggest that you do try this type of shot that I'm going to go for here in your practice round, and don't try out that for real, because if you're not having Apocalypse level 6 or 7, I'm not sure that you will reach over there if you hit the ball great. So then it will be close. So have that in mind when you do play. So we're going to see which type of wind I'm going to get. I'm going to play with a berserker ball here on hole number 1. That will be the common ball I will basically play with. I did count. I have 149 packs of berserkers, which is too many. So I want to get rid of them a little bit as well. So you're going to see here now, our opponent here is having slight amount of headwind, and we're going to use our Apocalypse level 7, and we're not going to be able to use that much side spin, so we're going to need to basically max curl the ball to kind of straighten it up. Otherwise we will most likely go into the bunker if we are unlucky in that particular way. So, and of course, if you don't go over or try to go over, then you put yourself up playing it safe, but don't put yourself into the bunker, then you will have a tough time. So we're going to go with a berserker ball. I'm going to go with as much side spin that we can with the max topspin, and we are going to use that one as a reference point when it comes to 15. So we're going to go a little bit more when it comes to the white ring there, and we're going to curl it. It hit it great on the right side. See if it can straighten itself up, coming in nicely. As you can see there, we went out of bounds, which is very, very risky. And you saw it there yourself with an Apocalypse level 7, and therefore I'm definitely going to have this as a practice round, that's for sure. But we're going to go with the same shot again, and as you can see on the arrow, we did have slight amount of headwind, and So it's important to have that in mind, that if you're going to try it, you will need to have basically a little bit of tailwind. So we're going to see here. So we're going to try this one again. Now we do have, as you can see, we do have a little bit of headwind, and again we're going to try this shot out. We did hit the fairway, so we're going to go with slight less. So we did hit it great again. See if we go over or we go into the... But now with the topspin, we just barely reached over with slight amount of headwind. So again, have in mind, look at the arrow. If you're having slight amount of headwind, don't try to go over. If you are, what can I say? If you are playing with a club less than Apocalypse level 6, that is very, very important. I don't want to see people go out of bounds. And sure, I could hit that ball perfect, but if we're playing with our shots and hitting like a max overpower shot and we hit it great, we need to kind of feel that we at least will be reaching over while hitting great. Otherwise it will be... We're going to go in max range here, see if we can get this one in. I'm going to use the fringe here. So we're going to go there. High up in the air. So we'll miss this one. So no worries at all, and we're going to lose this first game. I'm going to see... Yeah, our opponent did. We should have forfeited, to be honest. So again, it's important to show this hole is... Even though I went out of bounds, then it's good that you do have a practice round to go for. I'm going to play hole 2 now, and I'm going to go with a rocket. Play with that one because I do want to have max backspin. So, and I'm going to have that in mind. It's like I don't want to have headwind basically when I play hole number 1 when I qualify for real on Wednesday, because then it will be a possibility for us, or like a risk for us to go over there. But in the end, I do see that you need to have an eagle on a par 4 to be able to win. And if I can take that chance going over there, I'm going to go for it, especially when I have Apocalypse level 7. It's a very, very tough shot, but nonetheless, it's that's why I love the win that we do have on hole number 1, because it's challenging. So we're going to see hole number 2, and as you saw, we're going to play with a rocket. And the reason we're going the max rocket is that we are going to use a ball with less distance, you know, and with and so we're going to go with the movie ball. We're going to go with the rocket. We're going to go with max backspin. We have 8.5. We're going to... far back we can go. We're going to want to be here, and we're going to go with 8.5. We want it to go past the pin and fall back down. So 8.5 will give us basically almost at the pin's distance. There we go. And the rocket is very good in this type of occasions. We did hit it great, so we'll lose a little bit of distance. I do of course want to have hitting it perfect. Now we will be short, otherwise we would be going up past the pin, which is of course something that we do want. So we're going to forfeit this one, and it was just important to show you there how I'm going to play this hole. And I'm playing it in that way because I rather take that way than trying to bounce it on and possibly bounce it over the bunker, stuff like that, and going with a wood club. I think that will be harder. So we did forfeit that one. And now we're going to change back to the Apocalypse again. I'm going to play hole number 3, and we're going to go with a Cataclysm level 7. But you can also play with the sniper here on hole number 3, especially if you do have some topspin on your club, which we do have. So, and as you can see there, directly we matched up against another person. That is because we forfeit. If you do forfeit or somebody else forfeit against you, then you will be playing non-live players, and you will get an opponent basically right away. So I think that is a good part when it comes to playing a practice round, so you don't have to, so you can play the holes in a good speed, so you don't have to wait 1.5-2 minutes before every game. And this is a hole where we are going to go with a dead ball to give ourselves a little bit more in distance. So we're going to go with sorry, I'm changing my mind. We're going to go with the bunny ball, and we're going to overpower it a little bit. We don't need that much because we do have an Apocalypse level 7, so we're going to drag it there. Otherwise we would have been overpowering. So 9.3 slight headwind, and we're going to use there. Sorry, we're going to go with the yellow ring there, and we're going to slightly overpower it. It did perfect, and we want it to bounce over using topspin that we do have, and just easily put ourselves up for a wood club or a long iron, depending here on how far we are. And of course, if you can use a berserker ball, then you don't have to overpower it, and that is a good suggestion as well. But I do like to just use slight amounts of overpower, using a bunny ball there, giving us some better wind, to be honest. Like it definitely helps us out a lot. So 9.9, our opponent is having that. We're going to have like 8, as we have wind resistance 4 on the bunny ball. And as you saw, I did invest in the bunny ball, and I think it's a good investment, as the balls do fulfill a purpose, and it would be very good to play with them on Tour 11 as well. So we're going to go with the Cataclysm. We're going to go with the side spin to right combined with the backspin. And we want to, as you can see, we want to put ourselves on the right side there. You can see there. And slightly on top. I'm going to just drag it up a little bit there, as we do have slightly amount of backspin, even though it's not much. Min range with glove, going to go there. So we got that one in for an Albatross. That was nice. So worked well on that hole. So yep, we went there for an Albatross. But as you could see on that hole, it's very important with the driver. If you don't go over the bunker, then we will have a big problem. So went to make an Albatross, and as I said, we're going to do at least eagles on the par 5s. And of course, hole number 1 was not that we want to. It was good that we did have that one. We're going to go with the rocket here now, or we're going to go. We're going to go with the Thor's hammer. As we do have the backspin. The thing that we do want, or I want, is to have backspin when I play this hole. And the reason for that is I'm not going to bounce it up. I'm going to put it directly onto the green, bouncing up. Oh, I'm playing against Owen. Owen's replay. A dear friend of mine, so happy with that. So we're going to see here now, and he's using a quarterback and going to play on the side there, which is, I would say, the easiest way to have like a good bounce up to the green. But I'm not going to play in that way. I'm not. So I'm going to play with max amount of backspin when it comes to it's good to see a shot like this as well. And it's like I don't like going there. The reason for that now is due to it's a good shot, absolutely, but because we have wind from left to right a little bit with headwind, I don't like going there. That's why making this hole so tough. So we're going to go with a bunny ball again. As you can see, we will be able to go a lot there to the top. And we're going to go with the side spin that we do have. As you can see on the ball guideline, it will fool us a little bit. So I'm going to go here. I want to hit the fringe, but due to having headwind, we will not go into the rough on the back. We will be staying onto the green because we will have a bounce in. So we're going to go up there. Hit that one perfect. As you will see, we bounce there and we stay nicely up top there, making an easy one. So don't be don't be tricked by the ball guideline there. Due to we are bouncing slightly uphill on the green, combined with having headwind, will make the first bounce be very stiff when it hits the fairway. Sorry, hits the green, and we are going to go and forfeit when it comes to the par 3s, but it's good to show you how to play hole number 4. So now we're going to play hole number 5, and we're going to play with the Apocalypse level 7, of course. And here I do suggest using the club that you're most familiar with when it comes to, sorry, not familiar with, but the club that gives you the most topspin, because to be able to reach this green too, you need to get over. Oh, Pedro as well. Oh my god, I'm playing so many mods and admins in Golf Clash Elite. So Owen and Pedro, that's good. And I played Raven on my second account earlier. So we're going to use the wind that we are going to have, and we're going to purge ourselves over. I'm going to max overpower. We'll be having slight amount of tailwind, and sure, you can use a berserker here and not overpower that much. But I do feel like for the second shot that the thing is with having the Apocalypse will give you, like Apocalypse level 7 as well, will give me a very wide range of hitting the fairway. Pedro is hitting that one perfect. This one will bounce good. It will hit the rough, but rolling out. And this one will work very well. So even though if you will be going into the rough further ahead, it will be no problem for you to. So we are not going to go with a mummy ball here. We're going to go with a snowman ball. Sorry, we're not going to go. We're going to go with a dead ball here, to be, of course. So we're going to go with max topspin. As you can see, we would basically be okay not to overpower. So we're going to turn the screen around, but we're having it in max overpower position. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to slightly curl it to right. So with Apocalypse there, with the topspin that we do have, we have a very good bounce, and we will roll, roll, and roll. So we will most likely be playing with a long iron from that distance. As you could see with the amount of topspin, we do have a very, very wide range on hitting that type of fairway. The only thing that we don't want is to go too much to the left, so that's why I used a little bit of curl to the right. I aimed a little bit more, a couple of rings more to the left than I normally should, but using the curl to the right instead. So, good shot there onto the frame. So we're going to go here with the Goliath. It's max backspin, and then we're going to go with 3 because we are going to already have a ball that will be pushed a lot by the wind to the right. So as you can see here, we want to aim a little bit more to the left of the pin. It's there. You can see, even though we are on the left, we want to be there because we're going to be pushed to the right. I did hit it great, so we'll miss on the right side. Too bad. Perfect. That could have been in. Actually, so it's a good shot, and we're definitely going to have a good opportunity for the Albatross, but as we did hit it great, then we will miss on the right side, of course. But a well executed hole. So we putted in for an eagle, and we're going to leave all the par 5s, hopefully with an eagle. I haven't really decided on how to play hole number 9 yet. After seeing some videos and stuff like that, I'm not sure really. So we're going to see how we're actually going to play it. So we're going to play the shootout here, just to get that one. It's good to play this one. This one is a very, very tough hole. I do not enjoy this hole. This is a very weird hole, but I can just say well played, Playademic, with designing this hole. So it will indeed be tough for each and every one of us here to play this one. So we're going to go with 2 bars of backspin because we have slight amount of tailwind. Going to aim here in the middle. The ball will be affected more by the wind. This one will be hitting the fairway at least, but we will be coming in very, very hot and going to the bunker most likely. Yeah. So it's very, very tough to get consistent on this hole, but we got a win at least. That's why I want to play it, because you kind of need to over adjust. Like, even though that the normal is to backspin, then you need to over adjust and to go there. So we have hole number 6 now. This is absolutely an eagle opportunity if we make a drive correct. So we're going to go with the bag that we do have. So hole number 6. Last of the old holes, and I like this one, especially now it has definitely given ourselves a better opportunity. What's a better opportunity to make an eagle as they have removed some of the trees. So we're going to play, we are not going to play with a Titan, we're going to play with a snow globe ball or a dead ball, depending on the wind that we were going to have. This one will most likely be into the rough on the left, at least close, yeah. A little bit lucky there to go out. The risk in going into the left is that you will have the trees in your way. We just have 10, so we can actually take a snow globe. I do want to save like the... Gonna go with 3.5. I do want to have the top spin. I don't have to overpower this one. It will give myself a good opportunity anyway. So we do want, as I do have this second bunker here as a reference point with the yellow ring. Sorry, I'm going to just go with the blue one there, as we just don't have 12.5. They did it great on the right side, but this one should be okay. We're going to the bunker. That was very, very close, but we did hit it great on the right side, which of course will put us a little bit more to the side there, but it sorry, hitting it perfect, and then it would have been no problem there at all. So yeah, our opponent will put himself up there on the green. And we're going to go and do the same. So with the Spitfire, using a lot of side spin to the right, as we do have the wind that we do have. 14.2, it's not the easiest wind to... The ball will not be affected by the wind that much, as we're playing uphill, but with the Spitfire we will be having a high ball guide, as you can see here. Good shot, and we will make an easy birdie. So that's too bad that I couldn't show you to play with a wedge or with a short iron, because the ball will, if you're having 10 in wind, you kind of adjust for 6 or 7 in wind, so it definitely gives you a very good opportunity here. So we're going to go here directly on hole number 7. We're going to go with Apocalypse level 7. I do suggest that you go with the driver that you have the longest distance with, because you will be having side wind or possibly a little bit of headwind, which will give yourself a very, very hard shot. So you can see here now we're going to have a little bit of headwind, and as normally going with backspin on this hole with tailwind, then we need to apply going with topspin instead. This is an interesting way to play this hole. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. It's like playing in rough with slight headwind combined with uphill. That is a very, very, very tough task. We are also going to play with the bunny ball, reduce the wind a little bit, and it will be interesting to see this shot, to be honest. It's good. It will be falling back down, but it's a good try. Maybe like don't rely that much on the ball guideline. Try to find a way to like play with maybe too much topspin, or like more topspin than normal. So we're going to play with the bunny ball as well, because we do have the distance here. We're going to go with a little bit of side to the right. We're not going to go with any topspin, any backspin, but we're going to put ourselves up there. So we're having basically the, what will that be, the third bounce. And as you do know that it should be rolling a lot, but with headwind combined with having uphill, we do want to kind of over adjust this one. This one will hit the fairway and we want it to bounce up there. As you can see, it will basically stop directly. So it's a good shot. I'm happy with that shot, and I'd rather take a little bit more there. If I hit the ball great, then I will lose distance, and then I will be possibly short on green. And the thing that I don't want is that I do want to be rolling back down and having a short iron for the pin, as you will be if you roll down to the lowest bunker. So now we do have hole number 8. Now we're going to try to go for the green here with the Apocalypse level 7. I'm going to change some clubs here. We're going to go with the Houdini, and from the rough we're going to go with the, we're going to go with the Racer, or we're going to go with the Nirvana. We don't need max backspin, but we do need some backspin. And I'm going to go with the Houdini if we're going to find ourselves into the first bunker there. So the thing I haven't decided here for yet is if I'm going to go with the snowman ball, am I going to go with the dead ball, or am I going to go with the berserker ball? Haven't decided yet, to be honest. We need to max overpower the shot. With a berserker ball we don't have to, but if we can reach over with the snowman ball and bouncing it over, even though if we put ourselves into the bunker or into the rough, then we will have less wind than we have with a berserker ball, and that is always helpful. So our opponent here will be interesting to see, hitting that one perfect. We do have, of course, more distance to go with. It's a good shot, reached very far there actually, to be honest. So we're going to go with a snowman ball. And now we do have a little bit more side wind. I'm going to go there. I'm going to max overpower. And it hit it great on the right side. We will possibly be too much to the right. Close one there as well. And the reason I'm using the max topspin is that I either bounce it over, and now I'm going to show you here why it's important to go with the Houdini. As with this type of wind, with the Malibu, we will not be able to make the ball stay. Then we need to use the rough, and I don't like to go into the rough with my sandwich. Hitting it good there, and will roll out, and will be an easy birdie from our opponent. But I don't like to go with the bunker club into that, so I'm rather want to go with, like, as you can see here, want to go with max backspin here on the Houdini. We actually don't need to go with max backspin. So I'm going to go here to put ourselves there. So we will be long, very long here. Very long, but we will fall back. That's good to know, but easy here on the green as well. I'm going to forfeit this one. I'm going to play hole number 9, see if we can end it with an eagle. So another bogey on the par 4. So we do have the par on the first one, of course. So we're going to go with the Spitfire now if we find ourselves into the bunker and fairway bunker. So Apocalypse level 7 and Cataclysm level 7. So last hole here, and we're going to play this one out, and then we're going to summarize. And here I'm going to curl it. I'm not going to put myself into a position where I'm going to try to go over to the second fairway. Sure, it could be possible with overpower and max curl, but I think that is too hard, so I'm going to use the bushes there as a reference point, and then max curl it with my Apocalypse, combined with side spin and backspin. Our opponent here is slightly overpowering our shot, if you could see that on the arrow, and it will most likely bounce into the rough or into the bunker. Yeah, so going to the rough there, and that's unfortunate. So I'm going to use 4 bars of backspin, rather go a little bit short because we will not be able to well, so I'm going to excuse me. So I'm going to go with max side spin. I'm going to go with 4, and the reason that I do want to have, like side, I can go with 3.5 actually to try that out, so see how close you are. So I'm going to drag it out. I'm going to be out here. Hit that one perfect. So we sit there nicely with 3.5 bars of backspin. Could go with 4 as well, but worked nicely there to curl it in there. And now we do have an open shot for the green, but it will be a tough one indeed, as we here only need to go for the green. And don't be fooled here by the fairway. And the reason I say fooled by the fairway is that the fairway do want you to go on the right side, or like use side spin to go for the pin, which will push you to the right, and that is not something that our opponent makes a good shot with the rough iron to be here on the fairway. Now we're going to go and try to go for the green. And here, as you can see, we are not going to do anything special. We're not going to go with any, we're going to go with 1 bar of topspin. We are not going to go with any side spin to the right, because it could be that we put ourselves into the bunker here, which I've seen many people do. So we are going to, so I'm just gonna see if I drag down a little bit, there we will be okay. So I'm going to go with 2 instead, so we don't have to overpower. There we go. I kind of rushed it there in the end, but it should be working fine. We will be bouncing ourselves onto the green here, and we're going to fall down a little bit there to the right, which will give us an easy eagle pot. So an okay practice round. I couldn't get the par 4s to work here, and the par 4s is the key. Of course, we need to eagle all the par 5s. That is like basically ground rule. And with the Albatross on hole 3, this would have been a solid -12, like with playing very up and down. And for a practice round, I'm very happy to see myself playing at -12 with playing the holes for the first time. So I'm very looking forward to playing my real round, and I'm going to play the real round on Wednesday. So it will be make it or break it again on Wednesday. And for my second account, I'm possibly going to play that one on stream on Wednesday. Otherwise, I will play it on stream on Tuesday tomorrow instead. So we're going to put it in, my friends, and making the eagle. And if you do have any questions, please speak up in the comment section below. Please just pump the comment section with questions if you do have any. And expert round will be up tomorrow, will not be up tonight. So again, my friends, thanks a lot for watching the video, and I will see you on stream. Happy stroking.